Alright guys, it's your boy Ken Jizzle back here with another video. I told you guys I was gonna post again. And the reason I'm posting is because you guys see the title, Uncharted. I watched it today. And I was like, you know what, I'm supposed to make a video today. So let me go ahead and do a review. With my other reviews, typically they took a while to make just because I was putting too much thought into it. This time I'm just, trying to make a quick video. Not really a quick one, but like record it quick so I can post it on the same day. I would suggest you watching the movie before you watch this review, because I do not want my opinion to impact yours in any way. So please, watch the movie. The way I do these reviews is I combined non-spoilers and spoilers inside the same video. I just shortened down, the non-spoilers a little bit, because to me, it's just not needed to make two different videos for something that can be combined. So, as you guys know, I'll leave chapters inside of the video so you guys know which parts were spoilers and which parts weren't. So, let's get into it. So, if you guys do not know, Uncharted is a video game. It actually has 4 installments into the series, and this movie has Tom Holland starring as Nathan Drake, the main character. Now, let this be said, I am a video game fan, so I know a general bit of like Uncharted. I know about his brother, I know about Sully, I know about him, I know that they like finding treasure. But besides that, I do not know much. So, I'm not grading this as a video game movie, I am grading this as a movie. Alright, let that be said. I know people change their views of movies and their gradings on movies because of how accurate it is to the base. I am not doing that, I'm just grading it as a movie. I'm gonna cut to the chase. This is the non-spoiler side. I felt that this movie was bad going on decent. This movie is a video game movie, and video game movies are notoriously bad. Honestly, I thought it was boring, and for an action movie, it was very boring to me. First up, the good. There is some action, even though I felt that this movie was missing parts, like that they could just did more action with. Like, for example, Fast and Furious. It's always been stupid. The movies have always been stupid to me. I have not watched all of them, but they've always been stupid to me. But they always have a whole lot of action, and at least that's enjoyable. They didn't have much action inside this movie, or at least not to my standards. Now, I felt that the last act of this movie was better than the rest of the movie, because that's where most of the action came. That's where most of the best action came, and this was the best parts of the movie. But as I said, most of this movie does not do a whole lot of that. Now, moving into the bad, the characters felt very flat. Like, none of the characters made me care for their lives, like literally. And I'm not really somebody who even judges acting, and for the most part of what I know, most of these actors are not bad actors, but some of the lines just felt flat, like very flat. I'm not sure it was because of the acting or because of the script, but I'm gonna assume it was because of the script. The jokes didn't hit at all. There was not one joke that hit. The only time I actually did laugh was when a character got punched, or when somebody's aim was horrible, which the aim side, which is true to video games, but the aim side is horrible. Those are the funny parts. It's not enough action inside this movie to carry for the weaker parts inside this movie, which overall made this movie a bad experience for me. If you have played Uncharted, you should pick up. You should be able to pick up this movie pretty easily. I haven't played Uncharted, but I know a little bit of it, and I was able to pick it up pretty easily. And even if you haven't, you should be able to pick it up fairly easy. So, Nathan Drake, as a younger boy, him and his brother Sam, they were orphans, I believe. Something happened to their parents. Basically, they're obsessed with becoming rich someday in the future. They eventually snuck in to a place, and they're both very intelligent with their knowledge of history and wealth and stuff like that. The older brother Sam, he is about to steal this map to some gold. He gets caught. Before he's arrested, he runs away and he leaves his little brother notes and stuff like that. And that leaves the groundwork for Nathan Drake. We cut straight into Nathan Drake as a grown adult. He is a bartender, I believe. As you see, he's a thief. That's the main aspect of Uncharted, the fact that he's a thief. You see him, he's talking to people, he's smooth talking people, and he's stealing their bracelets and stuff like that. And he's kind of getting like smooth with it, and he kind of sneaky, very, very quickly. Sully, who is this, also he's a thief too. He's inside of the bar, this is like rapid, like very quick inside the movie, and he's interested inside the same things that Nathan Drake is, and he finds him, and he's like, "Hey, you want to join me on this this adventure?" Because he knew Nathan's brother, Sam, and Nathan has not talked to Sam in literal years. At first, Nathan says no, but then Sully tells him that he may have access to his brother, like he may be able to find his brother wherever the gold is. Nathan eventually agrees, and they go off to steal this key that will eventually lead them to some gold. There was 2 keys. Sully already has one of the keys, but he got to steal the other one at an auction. So they're gonna steal at an auction. They don't actually have enough money. They don't actually have enough money to compete with all the wealthy people that's gonna be, trying to buy this key. But their plan is to shut off the power and steal the key. Mankata, he's a very wealthy man, and he knows about the gold too, and he plans on, paying high price for the gold. Now they cause a distraction that gets Mankata and his assistant, she's Sully's old fling, I guess. They shut out the power, they steal the key, and this gets Mankata and Braddock, or Doc, as I'm gonna call her, on their tails. They end up traveling somewhere else, I can't remember where, to see somebody named Chloe, another thief, who has the other key, right? And this is like this little thing where none of them can really trust each other. Because Sully and Chloe already know how each other work. Sully, all he really cares about is gold. Chloe, she knows that Sully might, betray her, so she's kind of, wishy-washy on it. Eventually, they all agree to work together, and they use both of the keys to find a map. Now, when they find this map, and this is probably one of the better parts of the movie. Like, this part actually kind of got me. Oh, okay. Chloe betrays Nathan, right? Because they find this map inside all this salt. For some reason, inside the salt, they covered it inside the salt. The people who first found it years and years ago, they covered it all inside salt. And Chloe, knowing that Sully and Nathan were probably gonna betray her later, she betrays them first, and she brings the map back to Mankata and the bad guys. Mankata is he's talking about his life and stuff, and Braddock, or Doc, she kills him. And this is kind of one of the lowest lights of the movie. The way that she walked up on him to kill him, he's just sitting down, talking to all his guards and stuff, telling about his life, telling about how he's gonna find his treasure and stuff, right? And then she just walks, anybody could have heard her. She was right next to him, really. He already knew she was right there, and it's almost like he just let her kill him, essentially. We come to Nathan, and Sully tells Nate about the truth about what happened to his brother. Turns out his brother actually got shot. His brother's actually dead, according to Sully. And basically what happened was Braddock had shot him. They had found some gold. He had shot him, and Sully just left. Sully just, he left, leaving him for dead. And Nathan isn't cool with this, and he leaves. Sully, he follows Nathan back. He's trying to get him back on the team, and he tells him that was the only way he can get him on the team. And Nathan, he is not really trying to listen to it because, he's like, forget him. And then Nathan just randomly changes, like quickly changes. He's like, okay, you know what? We'll do it. But after that, I'm done with you. Like, it didn't take any time. He just said, well, you know what? I'll continue you, but after that, I'm done with you. They get on the plane that Braddock and Chloe are on. They all fly out the plane, and Chloe and Nathan are back together in the aftermath. So Chloe explains why she betrayed them, and Nathan's like, okay, I understand. And they join back together. Nathan finds out the truth to where the gold is, and he writes it down on like some paper. When he wakes up, he sees that the paper is gone and Chloe is gone. Chloe again has betrayed him, but Nathan, knowing that she was gonna do that, actually put a fake paper on there. And he laughs to himself. He's like, yeah, got it. I'm like, okay, I understand. Y'all all thieves, okay. So he joins up back with Sully. They find the gold, and then Doc, she catches up with them, her guards, and they have this big fight at the end. Not really that big, like they're fighting on helicopters in the air, I guess, on ships, which the gold is like inside of a pirate ship. Sully and Nathan win, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. Dot dies from the battle at Fellowship, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. Oh no, there is like an end credit. They're showing that his brother actually is not dead. He's just inside of prison, and he's writing Nathan another letter. I also felt the villains were pretty weak inside this movie. All the betrayals I kind of predicted. You kind of see it coming. I didn't care enough about him and his brother. Didn't care about Sully. Didn't care about Doc. Didn't care about Mankata. Didn't care about Chloe. I didn't care about these characters enough. And you know what? When your plot might be lacking, and it's a shorter movie, and you know, there's a whole lot of risk, and you're trying to be easy with it. If you're trying to be, and I feel like they were trying to be easy with this movie. If you were trying to be easy with it, the way to go is throwing a whole lot of action inside of it, and they did not do this, which overall made this movie pretty boring for me, and I was very uninterested. But that's just how I feel. If you have watched the movie and you got some questions or you just want to discuss, put it inside the comments, please. If you like this review, like it so I can put another one out later. Encourage me to put another one out later, or dislike it, whatever. Just show me that you're watching the video. If you want to really show your support, subscribe, and never ever ever forget to click that bell. I'll see you guys later. Peace.